look, we went to NATO. I didn't ask very strongly. I just said, hey, if you want to help, great. No, 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 we will not help.
I clearly felt his disappointment, which, again, to a certain extent, I understand.
European countries are reportedly ready to accept any punishment from Donald Trump as long as the United States does not withdraw from NATO, according to The Times. The development underscores growing concerns over dependence within the alliance at a moment of heightened geopolitical pressure.
No, it's not a danger. Look, we went to NATO. I didn't ask very strongly. I just said, hey, if you want to help, great. No, 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 we will not help. I said, that's all right. You don't want to help? Because I've always said NATO's a paper tiger. See, NATO's a paper tiger. Putin's not afraid of NATO. Putin's afraid of us, very afraid of us. And he's explained it to me a lot of times. I got to know him very well. I know him very well. NATO's a paper tiger. NATO is us. And when we needed them, we didn't need them, by the way. We didn't need them, obviously, because they haven't helped at all. Just the opposite. They've actually gone out of their way not to help. They didn't even want to give us landing strips. Think of it. And it's not just NATO.
Reports claim tensions escalated sharply during a conversation between Trump and Mark Rutte, with media accounts describing the US president as out of his mind with anger and warning of consequences for allies unwilling to support Washington's strategic objectives.
It's something the president has discussed, and I think it's something the president will be discussing in a couple of hours with Secretary General Rutte, and perhaps you'll hear directly from the president following that meeting later this afternoon. I have a direct quote from the President of the United States on NATO, and I will share it with all of you. They were tested, and they failed. And I would add, it's quite sad that NATO turned their backs on the American people over the course of the last 6 weeks when it's the American people who have been funding their defense. As you know, President Trump will be meeting with Secretary Rutte in a couple of hours here at the White House, and I know he looks forward to having a very frank and candid conversation with him.
According to Politico, the exchange between Trump and Rutte was marked by a stream of insults, pointing to internal strain within NATO. These reported details highlight mounting pressure inside the alliance as members navigate security commitments and expectations amid evolving global tensions.
They even were candidates, frank and open. But that's good, because we are amongst friends here. I mean, the president, myself, we like each other. We are good friends for many years now. And I'd rather have the conversation on the table instead of tiptoeing around it. I sensed his disappointment about the fact that he felt that too many allies were not with him. And I explained to him yesterday, I said, hey, Mr. President, clearly the overwhelming majority of Europeans have done what the US asked of him and what was previously agreed in these circumstances. And yes, sometimes it takes a bit of time, but hey, guess what? We have coalitions in Europe, we have sometimes the political home front to take care of, sometimes it takes a couple of days, but then we pulled together, and almost the whole of Europe did, for the US to project power on the world stage through its partners in Europe. And the US, NATO is there, of course, to protect the Europeans, but also to protect the United States. As Jonas Sture, the Norwegian Prime Minister, said, these huge nuclear submarines in Russia are not there to attack Norway. They are there to attack the United States. And it is thanks to the alliance that we are able to make sure that they are not able to get in a position to do that. So, and this is just an example where both the US mainland and Europe stay stronger and safer because of the alliance. So it was a good conversation. It was open and candid. And I clearly felt his disappointment, which, again, to a certain extent, I understand.
The reported stance from European nations suggests a strategic calculation to preserve US commitment to NATO, even under pressure. Analysts note that fears of a potential US withdrawal have intensified the urgency among allies to maintain cohesion, particularly as security challenges continue to expand across multiple fronts. While there is no official confirmation from NATO on these claims, the reported developments reflect a critical moment for the alliance. As discussions continue, the balance between collective security and national positioning remains under close watch, with the future trajectory of transatlantic relations drawing significant global attention.